you all, do you all watch Yorkshire TV?
Yeah.
Yorkshire TV. Any other, apart from Yorkshire or Granada, anybody else? Meridian, yeah? Any others than that? Anglia, is that, yes? Anything else? No?
Tyne Tees.
Tyne Tees, you see, do you? Oh, you just know that one, yeah.
I go to Caravan quite a lot.
Oh, do you? You watch it up there, do you? Is it any good Tyne Tees then?
Not so as Yorkshire.
Is it not? Oh, dear. Well, I'm sure that Tyne Tees in Yorkshire and Granada and Anglia and Meridian all have a similar setup to the one we have here. Now, Granada has its main headquarters in Manchester, and it has other TV studios throughout the northwest region. Now, the Liverpool studios are where they do all the news bulletins from. If you've ever seen This Morning, it's the Albert Dock studio that This Morning always used to come from. Now, the studios are manned all the time, the news studios that is, because you never quite know when a news story could break, and you have to very quickly get on air. So we have a backup studio in Manchester should ever be a problem with transmitting over to Liverpool. Now, we have a backup studio here, and we have Andrew, who's our backup presenter. Now, he's going to be our newsreader, and he's going to give us a demonstration how the news would come from in here. Audience, take a look at the monitors, and Andrew, it's over to you.
Good evening, and welcome to the Liverpool News Centre. On tonight's bulletin, we will be talking to William Roach, alias Kembello, on his many years with Coronation Street. There will be a complete roundup of all the action from last weekend's sporting fixture. And finally, we'll be asking do members of the general public make good news readers. More on these stories later. First, I'll hand you back to your tour guide.
Have you been roller coaster?
Where?
Now, if you're at the back in here and can't see that much, don't worry, because in a moment we'll be moving around and just snakes through so you'll be able to get a better view. Now, we have a few Coronation Street fans, didn't we? So I'll tell you a little bit about the setup that we have here at Granada regarding Coronation Street. Now, Coronation Street is filmed 4 weeks in advance, and it's a 6-day working week to get the 3 episodes, or soon to be 4 episodes, isn't it, that you see at home. Now, the first day of filming is always a Sunday. Now, Sunday is when they go out on location. They'll go out to the schools and the parks and the hospitals, everything that we do outside of the Granada studios here, they do on a Sunday. On a Monday, they come back to the street that you'll be going along later on. Now, has anybody been up there yet? Been up to the street? No.
Every up my battery's going. This flash is running out. You've used... Oh, I took my first. Yeah, I got you filming last night. So you can see the last one together. Philip, now we can see your phone on the television. No, that a movie code. You can see it. Excuse me, Peter. It's on me. Laugh if you were lying on there, Mum.
Can someone just close those 2 doors for me at the back? Oh, we've still got some photographers in there. That's all right. How are we doing? Is that nearly everybody in there?
I'll put my hand over it.
Is that everybody? Just 2 more. Okay, if you'd like to join us through now, please. That's it. Just pull those doors behind you as you come through, and then we'll be able to get started. Thank you. Now, the 1980s saw a revolution in programme planning. We had things like breakfast TV, we went to 24-hour TV, and the major broadcasters gave a firm commitment to having high-quality daytime television. Now, this morning is Granada's offering to the daytime schedule. It has a viewing figure of 2.2 million. Now, that doesn't seem a lot, but the time slot, it's 60% of all people who are watching TV at that time. Now, up until recently, it always came from our Liverpool studios over at Albert Dock. They've now moved to London in the hope of getting the larger star onto the actual programme. It's much easier if they have a Hollywood star just popping into England for a couple of nights. It's much easier for them to get to London studios than come all the way up to Liverpool. So, we have a set, they've named for a set from Liverpool here. Now then, we have our own presenters today. We don't need Richard and Judy, do we? We have Darren and Philippa, and they're going to give us a demonstration. So, Darren, it's over to you.
Hello, on the show today we will be cooking with Susan Rhodes. Denise, our agony aunt, will be taking your calls, so feel free to give us a ring. Fred will be out there on his weather map, and of course we'll be having the usual features. So join us this morning.
Well done. I think they did very well considering that. We've got some budding put in here, so the people at the back get into a little bit of a less squash position. We'll squash at the doors, that's better. Yes, please. Now, makeup is one of the busiest departments in the whole of the television centre, and that's because anybody who goes on, whether it be the weatherman or the leading lady, they all need some kind of makeup. Now, they can use all the everyday things, all the lipsticks and powders and creams you can see along there, but they get through plenty of this. What's this, children? Fake blood, that's right, or pretend blood. Now, it's actually glycerin and red vegetable dye, so it doesn't do any harm if it gets swallowed by the actors, and it doesn't cause wardrobe too many problems if it goes all over the costumes. They've got 7 different types. It ranges from thin runny stuff in these containers here. There's all sorts though. They've got eye blood and tooth blood and splatter blood, and by mixing them together they can get their own effects. So they can mix together congealed blood and fresh scabs, all that sort of stuff. They can make it as red as they like, as dark as they like, and they do consult doctors to make sure it looks accurate on the screen. Now, this isn't particularly difficult for the makeup artists. The more difficult features are when they have to use prosthetics. Now, if you take a look at the top row of stills up here, this is an ageing technique. It stars an actor called Malcolm Tierney. Now, he's playing the part of the famous Salfordian artist Ellis Lowry. Yes, that's right, Annie Walker. And if you're standing over that side, you'll be able to see the wedding dress that Gail wore when she married Brian the first time round. Take a look at the monitors though. There's one at the back, we've also got the 2 here, and it tells you a little bit more about the department. Now, good costume design will work very closely with the acting, with the direction of the script, to give you an idea of mood and character. Now, the moment you see a new actor appear on the screen, the costumes should give you immediate clues as to the type of character they're playing. They can tell you which period the drama is in. Sets like these are used extensively, both in film and TV. They can be used for a number of reasons, really. One of the main reasons is usually expense. The budget quite often doesn't stretch to taking a huge cast and crew over to a certain place. Or if you think about science fiction films, maybe the place doesn't exist. So set designers will get together with lighting designers and they create their own outlook. Now, you have to imagine certain camera angles will make this look very realistic indeed. The camera angles could make it appear as if we were very high up, looking over miles and miles of the city. And they also use special effects.
Very cool.
Now, children, at this point, I want you to cast your eyes up because something is passing over the top of our building.
UFO. 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 Star Wars. Star Wars. It's coming down. See you in.
Now, in Northern, we actually set the lights up.
You know
You'll be able to see the model underneath.
It's Independence Day. No, it ain't. I don't think that's filming in Independence Day. Yeah, it is. You like one? It's cool. It's filming Independence Day.
The lights up now, it literally lights up